It's Thursday, which means we're thinking like entrepreneurs. And today we're going to talk about when you get in that rut where you're too scared to spend money to market, but you've got to spend it in order to grow. Hey, it's Erin Smith, owner and founder of the Starters Club and the Entrepreneur Summit, and welcome to another Think Like an Entrepreneur Thursday, where we discuss the mindset shift of going from an employee to an entrepreneur. Today I want to give you a few tips on this issue of being scared to spend money to grow, but you've got to spend money to grow. It's this really not good cycle. So a lot of times business owners, you're unlimited resources. You don't have all the money in the world. You don't have huge budgets to spend, but you need to spend them, and you get caught in this, what if I make the wrong decision? And so you don't make any decision at all. You need to spend some money, but you're too scared that if you drop it in the bucket in one place, you're going to lose it all. So I want to give you a few tips on how to approach this and how to be the most successful that you can be with your marketing dollars. So first things first, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try several different things. Try a couple free and try a couple paid, and start there. Don't do only one thing and pray to God and hope that it's going to work out. Don't do all your money in one Super Bowl ad and pray that's your winning shot, because you want to diversify and try a few different things, because you're going to see what works and what doesn't work. You always, it's like an A/B test. You always have to be testing. Second, avoid very long contracts with people. This one, I'll tell you, I came into the entrepreneurship, into my first business about 12, 13 years ago. And I remember print was a big thing at the time. And they would try to lock you into these 6-month, year-long contracts at, $1,500, $2,000 a pop, which was expensive to me. And they would say, well, you know what, this is going to take time. So this is going to take time. So just, you got to invest in this for a while. Now, of course, there's truth to that, right? You don't put one ad out and people just flock. They need to get that name recognition. But where you are, if you're at a point where you're terrified to spend money, getting stuck into a long-term contract is not where you need to be. You want to be able to test things and see how they are. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm using print as an example, but I never had near the results of that I got off AdWords and Facebook. Nowhere near. I never got anything back on print. So you don't want to get locked into that at all. And I've tried it with couple different businesses. But anyway, I'm digressing. So make sure you're not getting locked into long-term contracts. Anybody who's telling you it's going to take a really long time to see results, just back away and move to something where you can get faster results. I'm not talking about days, but even with the Facebook ad, you should be able to see good or bad within easily several days, but week max. You should be able to start seeing what's going to work, what's not, and making shifts and changing. With the print, you're putting out an ad, you don't even know if it's going to work, and you're letting it just sit there for 6 months to a year, and you don't know if it's the ad, the print, what it is, but you want to be able to test and make changes accordingly. All right. Third, make sure you are measuring. A lot of times people, they put out a bunch of stuff, and then they say, well, as long as the phone's ringing, we're good to go. Well, here's the problem with that. What if you're doing 5 different things, one of those happens to be free, and that free thing is generating 90% of all those new leads? You're essentially throwing that money over here down the drain. Now, what if you could find another way to spend that money and actually double up on that 90% and get an even bigger investment back? Those are the things you have to be aware of. People are not thinking about, okay, how do I measure? How do I do it? You've got to know where the leads are coming from. You've got to be able to say, all right, this campaign is working amazing. This social stream not working so well for us. Let's figure out something else to do, or maybe we need to change the ad, but always be measuring. The last tip of how to get over this fear is to figure out a way to get the potential customers' information. All right, so maybe offer them a free gift, offer them an opt-in, get them on a text, or you got Facebook Messenger now, as all these different opportunities to really connect with the customer and go into a deeper relationship with them. And here's why this is important, because you can go beyond the immediate ROI in the immediate ad spend. So you may be doing a campaign right now, and you're not getting massive results. Well, if you're just doing it out into the open and hoping somebody will find you, and if they don't, they're moving on, you're never going to see a return on that money. If you have a long game in mind where you're collecting information on these people and then remarketing to them, maybe even saving a pixel and remarketing, whatever that is where your success comes in. So that's, again, you may not get that right now, but maybe you spend $3,000 this month and you nurture them some way, somehow, via email or messenger, whatever that is, and 4 months from now, you can double your money back. So have a long game end in mind and make sure you're thinking a bigger picture than just putting out an ad, not collecting any information on them, but really nurturing them some way, somehow. You've got lots of opportunity in different ways to do that now. So try these things and just try. You're never going to know. You can start small. You don't have to spend $3,000 if that's all you have. Start with $300. You know, my first Google ad campaign was right around $100, and slowly I grew up as I got it down, and that money went higher and higher. But starting out, I didn't do a lot. So don't feel like you've got to go into this, how to spend a ton of money, but be smart with your money, be frugal with your money, spend it, see what works, see what doesn't, do more of what does and less of what doesn't, and that's how your business can grow, but make sure you're measuring too. Thanks as always for watching. This is Erin Smith. We're here every Thursday where we discuss a mindset shift of going from an employee to an entrepreneur. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, and if you have a friend, relative, neighbor who's building or starting a business, make sure you share this with them, because we are all about helping you build not just any business, but a successful business, because there is a difference. And I'm Erin Smith. We'll see you next week. Thanks again.